Welcome to the Sib and On podcast.
Oh yeah,
On.
I am Sib. I'm very happy Arsenal
Ve-
fan right now.
Yes. Get a little extra today. Get a little dance in there. Getting ready,
Yeah,
juiced up. You good to go?
100%
It's a
ready to
happy
go.
day today. It's a happy
Very
day
very happy day.
today. We're coming to you on a Sunday evening
Sunday evening.
after we watched a phenomenal game this
Yes.
earlier today.
Yep.
And Arsenal
Absolutely meaningful.
they put in a master class.
Absolutely
As
beautiful.
you can see, we're both representing a beautiful club right there. Okay,
Yep.
all right, buddy. We got a packed show today.
Very very packed show.
We're gonna talk about the Asian Cup. We didn't talk about it the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Some action going on there. We're gonna talk about the AFCON semifinals. Boy, you got all your predictions wrong. Good job. What's his name? Good job, Steve. Stephen A over there with all your wrong predictions.
All right.
And then we will officially nominate this week's Midtable mandem.
Yep.
Okay.
The first
Steve is
annual
gonna
Midtable
the
mandem.
first annual weekly Midtable mandem.
Yes.
And then also we're gonna give some flowers to Luton Town
Luton Town.
and a very special player that is blowing up the African Cup of Nations right now, Ademola Lookman, and that phenomenal spicy goal he scored.
Yes. Absolutely
But
beautiful.
first, Kylian Mbappe to Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Big news breaking
Big
earlier this week. So are you ready to go?
I'm very ready to go.
All right, buddy. Let's go, my man. So we got Kylian Mbappe going to Madrid. Well,
Madrid.
ESPN announced it.
They reported that he's gone to Real Madrid. He's going
They
to.
reported that he's going to Real Madrid.
We don't know that yet.
We don't know that. Why do we not know that yet? Why do you say that?
Because Fabrizio Romano hasn't said so yet.
So Fabrizio Romano has not said what?
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, so I guess we wait for here we go. Is
Yes.
that what it is?
Absolutely.
All right, but while we wait for here we go, okay, while we wait for that, what are your thoughts on Kylian Mbappe going to Madrid?
My thoughts on Kylian Mbappe going to Real Madrid is that every Spanish team that has at least one slow defender is finished. Absolutely finished. There's absolutely no saving you. No, it's over.
That team, just that front
It's over.
three, front four, is scary.
Scary. Absolutely terrifying.
So do me a favor. Right now, I kind of break down what Madrid plays in and then what it would look like if you put Kylian Mbappe into that team.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Real Madrid play currently a 4-1-2-1-2. Yep. So like
That's the
11. Yep.
formation. So 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Okay.
Yes. So they play with 4 defenders, 1 defensive midfielder, like holding midfielder, which is
Who's
Chouameni
that?
at the moment.
Sure, man. Okay.
So then the 2 8s, which is Valverde and Camavinga, play on the sides. They're almost covering the wings. And then we have Jude Bellingham playing the 10. So he can do basically whatever he wants. So we have 2 forwards, which at the moment are Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. But they don't really play as strikers. They play as like more floating forwards. So they do whatever they want basically.
Okay.
So realistically, Mbappe will replace Rodrigo.
Okay. So what does that give? Now, for people that are not, soccer aficionados like you are, what does that do for Real Madrid? And if you take out Rodrigo and you put in what's his name? Mbappe. Now, do they change formation?
No.
Do you think maybe a 4-3-3 might be good, or what would you suggest? What do you think that would look like?
Don't change it if it's not broken. So
Mm.
just take out Rodrigo and put Mbappe in. Because Mbappe is basically a more accomplished player than Rodrigo, basically. They do the same thing.
Okay. Right.
Mbappe's more accomplished and faster.
So I guess now the domino effect is if Mbappe goes, now we know Mbappe's played wing before,
Yes.
right? If Mbappe goes to Madrid, do they now, because he's going to be a free agent, he's going to walk.
Yep.
So PSG is going to lose out on about 200
Probably
million.
200.
So now, could Real Madrid potentially bring in a guy like Osimhen, where they can play more Vinicius wide, Mbappe wide, and Osimhen down the middle?
No.
You're not feeling that?
No. Think about how much money they have to pay Mbappe too.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know Mbappe was offered 72 million
72 million.
in a season last season.
That's a lot of money.
Um, so, so what do you think? What do you think would happen? How do you think that would work? So, do you think Mbappe would fit?
I think you could fit. I think if you can really, um, like gel with the team properly quickly, it'll
Hmm.
work. But I feel like people might get a bit skeptical if he doesn't start well.
Mm.
You know. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, I guess we'll wait for whether Fabrizio Romano
Yes.
says here we go, which is about in about 13 weeks or so.
Yeah. We'll
We'll
know.
know 13 to whatever during the summer, right before. It's gonna be a lot of soccer this summer. It's
Yes.
crazy.
We're
Okay.
playing Copa America in the United States this year. I'm so
I think
happy.
there's a game in Houston. No,
There's a couple games in Houston.
we might go. Maybe we'll do a live recording from there. Maybe we'll do a little something, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Asia Cup.
Asian Cup.
We have neglected Asia Cup.
Yes.
To be honest, I
In
think
fairness,
also.
in our defense, they do play the
Mhm.
Asian Cup about 5 a.m. in the morning.
This
And
is
I also
true.
go to school, so yeah.
And, yeah, and I need to work, and I also have toddlers and a new. So Asia Cup is not going to happen. But we do catch the games,
Highlights.
highlights and everything else. Watch. I actually tried when I'm in my office to watch the game over again. Most of the games when I can, when I'm not in meetings all day.
Mm.
So we got in the semifinals.
Yes.
Jordan playing
Jordan.
Korea, and we got Iran playing Qatar.
Qatar. You know what's different about that, Mr. Unc? There's
Yeah,
no Japan.
there's no. I could have bet my. No, I'm not betting my life savings. I could have said, I could have bet that, maybe a couple grand, say Japan was gonna make it. They're so good and so stacked.
Yes.
And what I expected was they were gonna, go right through,
You're right there. But then they decided to lose it
but
to Iran.
I did not see Jordan coming.
Jordan, yeah.
I did not see them coming, and I did not see Qatar making it far.
I mean, Qatar is
But,
no Qatar. No, the Qatar are defending champs right now.
yeah, well, but I still didn't think they were gonna
Yeah.
win or they were gonna have a chance to win. Just because I don't know. I just didn't. I thought Saudi Arabia might go far,
Yeah. They lost to South
but
Korea.
yeah. With South Korea right now is
South Korea probably
probably
gonna win
going
the
to
tournament
win.
now.
So what? So okay, your potential winner is South Korea.
Yes.
Any other upsets? Do you think Jordan might upset South Korea?
Well, I feel like there might be a chance. I haven't seen Jordan play all tournament, so I'm
Well,
not sure.
seeing what your predictions were
Wait,
for the AFCON,
I see how it is. I see how it is.
seeing what your predictions are, I don't know if I can trust
Okay.
your
The thing is that all my predictions for AFCON were all very, very reasonable. They
reasonable.
were reasonable.
Mhm. But what happened?
So I don't know what happened, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
My phone's been dead recently, so I can't really check the scores. The
Ah.
Wi-Fi's been down, so I don't really know.
All right, let's talk about that. That's a great segue.
Oh,
So we got in the AFCON semifinals, we got Nigeria facing South Africa,
mm-hmm.
Ivory
I
Coast
predicted
facing
that.
Congo. You
Yeah.
predicted which one?
Nigeria's gonna win, of course.
I mean, if you didn't predict that,
Yeah,
okay. So,
it's still required some work. You know.
so Um, First of all, Ivory Coast, they were dead in the water.
Dead in the water, like deep
Did
water.
you know that after the last qualifying game, they actually blocked their team bus from leaving
Yeah, they blocked it.
the state and they smashed the windows? I saw pictures of the windows of the team bus, right? And they completely, because they thought they were not going to qualify.
And then they
But
qualified.
here they are. They're in the semifinals. I will say, I do feel for Cape Verde because I was really rooting for them.
Yeah.
And I also did not see South Africa coming in. I did not see
Yeah, South
that
Africa.
happening. But I did say though, I did predict it. I want them to channel their inner Shabalala.
All
You
right.
know what I'm saying? And they did. So
Mm,
maybe I should be the soothsayer here. All right. So let's look at this, right? I said, what's your prediction? Nigeria, South Africa. I want prediction and goals.
okay, so did you sure you want me to talk or no?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on.
All right. So first off, I think Nigeria is probably gonna win against South Africa, but I think South Africa is gonna make it extremely difficult though.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to park the bus or they're going to actually go for
They're gonna park the bus, but enjoy. But if they're gonna forget to put it in like park.
it? They're going to forget to put it in park, so it's going to drift up a little bit.
Yeah, they're gonna drift up a little bit.
Well, I also think that because they ended up Cape Verde and South Africa, they went to pens.
Yep.
So, and I feel that because I think they've both played really difficult long games. I think their
Yeah.
legs might be tired because Nigeria have not gone to pens in any of their games.
Nope.
So, I definitely I can see Nigeria winning,
Yes.
but I can see it
I can see Nigeria
being.
losing though, honestly.
If we played like we played the first two games,
Yeah, Nigeria's finished and they're gonna lose.
I
Oh,
think. But
why
if we
not? Why
played,
not?
if we played anything like we played in that last game, South Africa has absolutely no chance.
Yeah. They only
I
scored one
think
goal
if
against Angola though. It's
yeah,
kind of
but
concerned.
no, because even you said it yourself that Angola is really good.
Yeah.
And you know what I think? I think we both of us need to apologize to that defense because I
Yes.
remember our very first episode we
We're
were saying
on that
we
defense.
were we ca- we were on them. But here's the deal: they played very well,
They
and
did
that
play very well.
goalie, I
The
did not
goalie,
see him coming.
honestly, I had no idea who he was before, to be honest.
His name is Nwambali,
Mbale.
and he actually plays. What does he play? I think he plays in South Africa.
I have no
I think
idea.
his
I have
club is in South
absolutely no
Africa.
idea who he is.
I'm still in shock. I think what I do like about him is his command of the
He's
defense.
very commanding, yeah.
Yeah, because there was a point when Angola had a chance that he saved, and I saw him go right at what's his name, Iwobi.
Obi.
He screamed at him. Now, let me humble brag a little bit. As someone who played goalie before, and shall I say, very commanding, you know, uh, I can see a little bit of myself in him. Would you say?
You know what? I didn't say anything.
No, but no. All jokes aside, though,
This guy.
yeah, I'm telling you, I was a goalie, man. Ask about me. Ask about me.
Yeah, I
You
saw
see the
him.
jersey
I
on the
went
back?
to. I went. You know,
You
it's
see the
funny.
jersey in the back?
I went to Mr. Ong's one of Mr. Ong's games. I remember I was sitting right next to the post watching.
Hmm. So tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
Oh man, I think Mr. Ong, he made but one save,
It was like two saves or three saves.
1.5 saves.
But did you see that defense though?
Yeah, defense was
Listen,
terrible.
listen, right? Listen. A 99-year-old man can walk right through that defense. It
Yes.
was so bad. It was rainy. It was
It was,
wet.
oh my, the grass was so wet. I couldn't even
Uh,
sit on the grass.
my gloves were like 50 pounds heavier because of the water. So listen, give me some credit. We lost that game.
Y'all lost the game like 4-1.
Hey, you didn't have to say the final score though.
You
You
know,
could just be like, we
you
lost.
go after me about my football. You say I have to get my get back.
I'm just saying, you came to the one bad game I had that whole season, right? Because that was the worst.
So I still have. So how did you guys finish?
We actually made it to the playoffs, but we lost in the
Mm,
first round.
you got first rounded.
We lost in, you know why? Let me tell you why. I was upset because they scheduled us to play our first round game on a Saturday morning when Premier League was on, and half the team showed up late, and we ended up losing. Okay, so we started the game with 9 players.
Oh,
So at least if you have 9, so the rule of the league we played in, you have to have at least 9 players. And literally, our ninth player was running from the parking lot, screaming, "I'm here! I'm here!" Right? Yeah. So,
oh
so
yeah.
we played the entire first half with 9. We had no
9 players,
subs,
no sub.
9 players, and then we had 2 or 3 more players that showed up in the half because our game, I believe, was like at 9 o'clock. So basically, like the early games, people were wanting to stay at home to watch the early games, and I think they left at like the half, and then and then they came to our game. So it is what it is.
What's too late, huh?
As a former soccer player now retired. I'm
Again,
retired now. I've retired and unretired like 5 times. Uh, I like that goalie. Going back to the AFCON. So now the juicy part. This is the game I'm looking forward to. Ivory Coast, Congo.
Free Coast Congo. Who would have thought that Congo would be here? Who would have thought?
You're right. But who also would have thought that Ivory Coast would be doing what they're doing?
Well, I
Here's
mean,
my problem
Ivory
with
Coast is hosting, so I mean, it's kind of like a
here's
boost.
my problem with Ivory Coast. I feel like all their games, the last one was like last minute winners.
Yes, you got 90
Also,
minutes and then
al-
100th second.
also, I'm gonna speculate here. I think the referees are afraid to
You're gonna get jumped.
because I watched that game, and I will say some of those referee calls. Uh,
Like, they were terrifying. Which I can
so-
understand, right? I can see why, but like,
but
and
it's
see,
it's a
if I
big
was a referee,
championship.
if I was the referee, so the game's what? The game would end at like what 10 o'clock their time.
Hmm. Hmm.
I wait. I gladly to not get jumped. I gladly wait instant stadium until 12. What am I gonna
Yeah,
do
but
tomorrow?
the problem is the security leaves,
Okay,
and then you're
lock
trapped
the
in the
door.
stadium.
Close the door.
Lock the door. No, but I do think that there were some calls that was very favorable. Wink, wink. But I also do think I think what happened, or at least let me not say I think, but what happened after that group stage, right?
Yeah, that would have
And
destroyed the bus.
they destroyed the bus. It was like a national emergency. They fired the coach
Trying to coach
before the
way too
last game during the tournament. And I think all of those made the locker room get tighter and made the players focus because they
Yeah,
basically said it was them against the world, right?
yeah, and their people,
Here's my
their people were
here
like,
is my ideal final.
okay.
Okay? So actually, who do you have? Let me before I go there, who do you have winning Ivory Coast Congo?
But I feel like Ivory Coast might just have too much, the home crowd behind them. I'm sure the stadium would be all the way filled, probably.
Right,
Mhm.
right. So who do you have winning?
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. So we're saying semifinals Wednesday the 7th.
Yep.
It would be Nigeria, South Africa, with Nigeria moving on. I agree with you. And then you have Ivory Coast playing Congo,
Yep.
and you have Ivory Coast moving on.
Yes.
All right. So now you have in the final Nigeria, Ivory Coast.
Yes.
Mm,
And then
mm,
Nigeria goes swoop into Abidjan and go silence the
mm.
crowd. Go celebrate.
That is a juicy. I would say that is a juicy final. I would watch that. Like I would pay to watch that.
What day is the final?
I believe. Let's
It's on
see.
Sunday, right?
The final is I don't know. The semifinal, the third place game, which I think
Yeah.
is stupid.
Why is that
What do you think about that? Actually, what do you think about third place game?
third best was a
Like
charity game? Charity.
basically, I don't. If I was a coach, the third place game, I am putting out all the players that didn't play the entire tournament or that didn't have enough minutes. There's no point in third place game.
It's like a
I
charity.
think I think third place game is silly. Honestly,
It's goofy. It's like
yeah, the final is gonna be on Sunday. So next,
mm,
oof, man, isn't the Super Bowl on next
Super Bowl
Sunday
on
too?
Sunday.
Oh my God!
Stuff to watch all day.
Wow, that is gonna be great. Okay, so Nigeria, Ivory Coast final,
Yes.
and I both think we both agree that Nigeria would win.
Yes, probably.
Do me a favor. Let's both take a second and laugh at the Ghana team. Let's both take a second and laugh at the Ghana team, just simply because it's supposed
Let me do it
to
for
leave
you.
the laugh. I am technologically let's see here. It's not there. I can't find it, man. There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good.
No,
Let's laugh at that too. I'm sure they're eating eggs right now.
Yes.
Anyway,
Other players are
all
back
right.
playing for their clubs already. Think about
All
that
the players
already.
are back playing for their clubs. Yeah. Anyway, let's leave that alone because I feel like I know me saying that I have a few friends that's gonna come after me. Um.
We have another team to
So
laugh at, Mr. Uncle.
what?
We have another team to laugh at.
What?
The Midtable mandem.
The mid-table mandems. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, my man. All right. So now we have officially got to the part of the show where we nominate. Now we're gonna be doing this every week.
Every
Okay,
week.
and it could be the same team, right? It
Every
could be
week.
the same team
It's got to be a
every.
better. If they don't want to keep
So
you
on
running,
our
skip better.
on our first annual mid-table mandems,
Yes.
who are you nominating and why?
Our new mid-table mandems are Chelsea Football Club.
Okay.
Absolutely terrible. They spent like $2 billion for nothing.
Huh? Okay.
Literally nothing. Like they,
And
they, they,
what?
they couldn't even buy a win.
Because,
$2 billion couldn't buy them a win.
okay,
Can you
so
imagine?
break it
Like
down for me. Where are they on the table right now, and who did they just play? And who are they playing next?
Chelsea, the moment they played Wolves this morning,
Yes, I remember seeing that. I didn't watch it.
and they lost 4-2.
I saw the final score, and I think those two goals were more consolation goals.
Yes, consolation. Actually, no, the crazy thing is Chelsea scored first. It's kind of
Right.
crazy.
And
Then
then it's
they-
like they forgot how to play.
And then, precisely 1 minute and 72 seconds later, they conceded.
They got too excited.
Think about that.
They got
172 seconds. That's like
that's not enough time to warm your food.
not even enough.
That's
The
crazy.
highlights haven't even finished, and they scored again.
And they scored.
Pretty much.
Wow. Okay,
Chelsea.
so let's do an exercise, right? So the first honorary mid-table man then was Manchester United, and they've officially left the mid-table.
They left the mid-table. They're doing pretty well. I'm actually
do.
impressed, I'm impressed.
I will
I'm sure
say-
Uncle John will be so happy right now.
But Martinez just went down, or
He just
whatever
went
his
down.
name was. He just
Again,
went down. That looks pretty bad.
it looks really, really bad.
I feel like Onana is still gonna Onana.
Oh, no. Yep.
We both know that he's gonna give a gift. He's gonna give a big, round, beautiful gift. So we'll see. Give him another couple of weeks. All right. So let's play a game. We played it with Arsenal. On our first episode of this season is if you were a doctor. All right. So I bring you or my friend. Let me give my friend a shout out. One of my friends or my friend Uncle TJ, as you know him, TJ. He comes to you because he's a lifelong Chelsea fan. He's in my inbox killing me about Arsenal that we haven't won anything. And I'm like, how can you talk? No, seriously. How? No,
Yep.
Anyway, shout out to TJ. If TJ comes to you and say, I said, you're the soccer doctor or the football, I need a diagnosis and fix.
No lie, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't get paid enough to take care of you.
You don't
But
get
anyways,
paid
I'll do
enough.
it again. I'll just do it. Anyways,
I'm loving this.
I'll do a complimentary job.
You do a complimentary job because it's too hard. There's just too much problems going on
It's
there.
definitely problems going on.
Okay, hit me with it. So if you were the head,
Clearly, based on what I've seen here, there's too many plastic surgeries. Too many.
ooh, what do you know about plastic surgeries?
Too many plastic surgeries.
Uh-huh.
Nothing on this team is like what's
It's
the word?
original.
Nothing original. It's all
Okay.
plastic and silicone. Oh, finished. Okay, it's all plastic and silicone. It's
Okay.
really terrible. And it's like I don't even know if it's reversible or not. You know,
Really?
because if
Well,
cause they're losing a lot of money right now. You know,
there they are. They
it's
are
really
in a
bad.
loss.
It's really bad.
So is this kind of the situation where the person comes to you and say, "Doctor, fix them"? You're like,
Yeah, no.
you just gonna have to deal with this by
You
yourself.
gotta deal with it.
So you
Deal with
just kicking it to the next doctor. You ain't doing nothing with it.
it. Yeah, no.
Okay, let me help you out. Let's do this.
I need help.
Defense.
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 Okay, so
What do they need?
defense is the shins and knees. First
Okay.
of all, so technically, the best defenders can't stay fit other than Thiago Silva. And
He's
Thiago
old.
Silva is like 7,000 years old. So that realistically speaking, that means they have a bad patella. Their left
Okay.
patella is very like bad. They need a
Okay.
prosthetic one. They like not even the
Okay.
prosthetic one will work. They have a prosthetic one in right now. They don't have a natural one.
Oh my goodness. I'm in tears.
The right leg, the right side of their leg, Reece James, always hurt too. Finished. Ben Chilwell too, left side finished. Their midfield, realistically speaking, it's they just got new prosthetic ones. Cause but at the moment I think the doctor that
Enzo.
together
Okay, but they have
goalie.
Enzo. They
Yep,
have Enzo. They have what's the name of this other guy?
Caicedo.
They have Enzo and Caicedo. They both kind of play the same thing, but Enzo kind of plays more advanced
Yep.
midfielder, and Caicedo is supposed to be the next best in and defensive midfielder.
Mm.
Let me tell you something.
They try to
I am
get
so
they try to get like a hip implant, but I think they got the wrong size.
I am so thankful Arsenal did not fall into that bidding war and not pay their crazy amount for Caicedo. Uh,
Yep.
anyway, let me go back. I don't want to brag too much. So they got. I think Caicedo and Enzo are two good midfielders in the long
Yes.
term. They're both young. I think they probably need to retool the entire back line.
Yes.
I'm helping you out here.
No
And
real tool.
then
Fully.
absolutely. And then in regards to their uh forward situation, what's
Nicholas
going on
Jackson.
there? You tell me.
Nicholas Jackson cannot score. He couldn't buy a goal if he wanted one.
You know what's
If the
crazy
ball could be
about him?
free, they couldn't get it.
You know what's crazy about him is when he scored when they were down at what game was it? And he celebrated like he just scored a hat trick.
Hmm.
Anyway, so anything I think the Wings.
Wings,
Listen, there's two players that they blew over 100 million on
Mudrick.
that I think are laughably bad. Caicedo and Mudrick.
Hmm.
I expected so much more
Especially
out
Mudrick.
of
I thought
Mudrick,
Mudrick was actually good, you know.
but I also think it's a product of bad team.
Yeah.
Right? Because what we've seen over the years is if a good player joins a bad team, it's almost like like when you and I are playing FIFA. You're probably not as good as I am, and I'm really good, and you're kind of here. And then I kind of drop my playing level to you, and then you win, and then you start feeling yourself, and then I have to come back and show that I'm really good. Kind of something like that.
But
This is
yeah.
Mudrick. He joins Chelsea. His play comes down here, and then he probably needs to leave Chelsea or Chelsea get better so his play can go back up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a sad situation going on in
Very.
Chelsea. So
I don't even feel bad, to be honest. They did them to themselves.
so Chelsea are now our official
Midtable mandem.
Midtable mandem team of the week.
Yep.
This is beautiful.
I
All
wonder who
right.
it is. Probably Chelsea again next week, but
I'm sure we'll find another team. I think we're getting to the business end of the season, and the cream of the crop always rise to the top.
yep.
And I think we'll find the best teams later. Okay, so before we move on, I wanted to give my flowers. I got two flowers that I wanted to give, and I am,
Get a follow.
you know, the football fan in me
Yes.
is absolutely loving what is happening in Luton Town,
Luton Town.
because that
And
stadium
West
is,
Road.
yeah, that stadium is literally built in someone's backyard.
Yo, imagine like, you're just chilling, right? You wanna go see your team play, You live in Luton, but you don't support Luton. Oh, your
Yeah,
team's playing in the stadium. Oh, you go ask, oh, where's the away end? Oh, just go to this guy's backyard, go around that way.
literally. And for our listeners who are not football fans, soccer fans, you the away end to get into the stadium, when you go up the stairs, you're literally looking into the
Somebody's
neighbor's
backyard.
backyard, which is wild to
It's
me
wild.
for a team that's in the Premier League, where like the stadium is built in the middle of a neighborhood.
It's in the middle of the neighborhood, like literally.
It's like, how can I put it? It's like saying, we used to live in Providence, Rhode Island. Shout out to Providence, Rhode Island. It's like saying you live in Providence and you build a professional football stadium in the middle of South Providence.
Let's think about that, right? In the middle of South Providence, right? That's a very, very compact place, right?
it's like it's wild. But you know what? I think what we have found is, just like Leicester won several years ago,
Yeah,
is that sports knows no bounds,
yeah,
and if your team is good enough and hungry enough, they will win.
yes.
So I'm loving also our Arsenal boy that's over there on loan, balling.
Samuel Lokonga. He's been playing well,
Sambi
actually.
Lukonga, balling, and he's playing that eight role for them
Yes,
beautifully right now. Absolutely beautiful. And I think here's what's probably going to happen next season.
he's gonna get bought.
Maybe we get him back. I actually think he can stay. I think we gotta let Partey go. He can't stay healthy.
Yeah, he can.
We bring
See, the problem is that, see, they say Partey's like 29. That man's like a minimum 36 years old. Maybe
I
maybe 40.
I agree, because and it's almost the same injury every time.
Yes.
So you know what that
His
tells
body
me?
cannot handle it no more.
That tells me that he's been around the block a little too long.
A little bit too long to
His
tank it.
age on paper and his age and his bones don't match,
Nope.
because he was on
They
track
should
to
do
make
that. They should do that MRI test. Not MRI.
bone density
Bone
test.
testing.
I'm,
See how
I'm
old he
sure
actually
it
is.
did. I don't know if you know, there used to be a Nigerian player by the name of Taye Taiwo,
Yeah, no, I didn't
and
know
he's a
that.
twin. He's a twin. You could Google him. His brother, there was a time when he was celebrating, I believe, what age was he celebrating? I believe he was celebrating, like, he said he turned like 25 or something, or 28 or something. And his brother was celebrating his 35th birthday. His twin brother. Look at that man's face and tell me that man looks
How you spell that?
T-A-I, no, Taiye, and then Taiwo.
Taye Taiwo. That man's 50 years old.
That man, and I think it's
It says he's
impressive.
38 right here.
He said he's 38, and that was in his twin brother celebrated criminal offensive.
I'm approaching 40. He's 50 years old.
I kid you not, his twin brother celebrated 35 at some point, and he was celebrating a completely different age. So
Yo, this is actually
I
really
think,
bad, bro. Like, this is actually terrible.
no, you see that man's
This man is
face?
50
Yeah,
years old.
it's kind of like Nigeria's backup goalie saying he's still a teenager or is in his early 20s.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
So
Absolutely
anyway,
not.
Anyway, let's get back to what we're
Yo,
talking about.
this man might be approaching 60 actually. Yo, this is actually old. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's focus. Let's focus.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
all right.
Dang.
Yeah, yeah. He's yeah. He's up there. He's up there.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we didn't do it that the bone test on him.
yeah. So anyway,
The bones are probably crumbling
flowers,
now.
flowers to Luton Town. I really they're out of the relegation zone right
Yeah,
now,
they
and they have
really
a
are.
game in hand, and the team below them, I believe, or the team above them, and I really hope they can stay up
Yes.
because I feel that they did it the right way,
Yeah, they did it the
meaning
right way. They barely spent any money.
barely spent. They got Ross Barkley, who is
Mark Webber's he's playing insane this year. It's like, yo,
they got a bunch of loans.
oh my
If I'm
god.
Arsenal, I'm loaning some of our other players over there just because I like their style of
Yeah,
play.
that's their
You know,
style.
because I think what happens is when a time a team from the lower from championship comes up, they tend to play defensive. They sit back. Let's
Yeah,
just get away with a draw. No, Luton Town is just,
they just
and
go.
they've lost 3 or 4 games this season that they were up in the very last like five
Yeah,
to 10 minutes.
yeah, like the
So,
Newcastle game they just played. They could have won that game.
and I believe they've had like 4 or 5 games like that where I feel that a little more experience in the Premier League,
Yeah, gotta be with it.
a little more quality players. I think they go farther. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's my first flower. My second flower. Now, if you follow our Instagram handle during the Nigeria who did we play last again? Angola
Angola.
game. I had mentioned on our handle that yours truly,
Yes.
um our family when we were in Nigeria grew up with Ademola Lookman's family in Nigeria.
Hmm.
And I can give you the exact address.
This address.
I can give. So you want me to humble brag a little bit? Humble brag a little bit here.
Yep.
Okay, so we used to live in Phase 2,
Okay.
Adeniji Adele Road, Lagos,
Yeah.
and it was
I
blocked.
was gonna look for it on maps, but I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. You know what? It actually would come up. Now there might not be pictures of the neighborhood, but it will
What
come
is
up
it
on
again?
maps. Phase 2,
Yep. Phase.
AD. Yep, Phase 2, AdenijAdele Road. Yep,
ADENJ.
I. Space Adele, like the way they call Adele. We
ADE.
call it Adele. Yep.
Yeah, it didn't come
Did
up.
it come up?
I think I
It didn't
spelled it
come
wrong.
up. No, okay. Well, I'll give you a little bit of history lesson after. Don't worry. But yes, their families actually grew up literally. We were neighbors, and I am so proud because I remember when he first joined the Nigeria team.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Why we have enough
Yeah.
wingers? He's not that good. Is this is that? He's saving Nigeria right now.
Yeah, it's literally the reason why we're still in the top.
He's literally and I love his demeanor. I love his calmness, and
Yeah.
I love that. And I think during the group stage, his work ethic,
He was working really, really hard.
he was and I love it. So I wanted to give him that flowers because I think it's just like anything else. You want it bad enough, and you work harder enough, it will
Yeah.
happen. And he balled out. So I'm really happy, and I am so proud of that team and what he's doing. So those are my two flowers for this week. And I'm sure by the time we record again next week, we would have watched all the games.
Yes.
We're either gonna come here. Look at that Sunday. We're gonna watch Arsenal. We get to watch the Super Bowl. We get to watch the. It's gonna be an exhausting weekend,
Yes.
but I'm looking forward to it.
I might
All
not
right.
leave my couch on Sunday.
You might not leave where?
I might not leave my couch on Sunday.
I
Because they're all
mean,
like back to back.
that sounds like every other Sunday.
No, actually, no. No.
I love you, kid. I love you, kid. Anyway, well, that's it. We've come to the end of this podcast. It's fun.
Very, very fun.
This is fun. You were I don't know, which was going on today, but you were on one today. Let's put it that way.
What do you mean?
You were on one today. You were on one today. You were out of pocket and inside pocket. Okay.
What do you mean?
So, I
I didn't do anything.
hey man, a lot of
Honestly,
Chelsea
I'm not even
fans.
gonna lie. I have more to say about Chelsea, but I hold it into my heart.
Yeah, let's not do that. That's not, you said enough. Let's. My job here is also to keep you from getting into more trouble.
You know
Okay.
what? Everybody check the Instagram. Maybe we'll be on the Instagram. Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe. Just be
Anyway,
a separate. I could probably go on a separate episode. It's like 50 minutes long. About
just have a maybe Let me reach out to a couple of our Chelsea friends. See maybe they can join.
We just have
And
a
see
Chelsea
maybe
mid-table mandem special. That
maybe
sounds
they
so
would maybe
good.
they would like to join. As we roll to the end of this pod. Sip.
It's like investing in a
It
stock, but like it goes down so far.
keeps
It's like,
losing
why is
money.
it funny?
Invest in the stock, it goes down really quickly. It's just nose diving.
Fast. Like literally the red line is like a mountain. Like the stock thing is like this. Not even like that. It's just
The
flat.
sharp, the sharp decline. Just not even just.
There's no
Mhm.
like slam. It's straight down.
All right. Let me before we get in trouble. Before we get in trouble for
Trouble
this,
for what?
I'm gonna send him that clip, and hopefully, he enjoys it. Okay. All right, Sip. It's been a great weekend. It's been a great show. Really, really entertaining. I think I was a little bit in tears at some point from laughing. Thank you for that. I needed it. Anyway, to all our fans, listeners, please remember we're on all
All major platforms.
platforms. Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iFi, and also on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, give us 5 stars.
5 stars.
If you don't give us 5 stars, you're going to believe you're a hater. Again,
Yes.
we appreciate you.
Don't be
Send
here.
the text messages, like
Yes.
us on Instagram, whatever you have a comment,
Podcast.
leave your review. We truly, truly appreciate the support. Again, I just wanted to reiterate to the fans, Sid is a 13-year-old breaking down the world's best sport. Okay? So again, I appreciate your talent, buddy. And it's been fun today, especially today after all the tech issues we've had all day.
Yeah.
And I wish each and every one of you a successful week. All right, buddy. It's been nice talking to you. Have a good one.
Bye.